Hey guys, this is Saturday and I just woke up and I'm just checking on the market right now. So we'll try to see on a small time frame, maybe like 1 hour or 4 hours, what's happening with the Bitcoin, and I'll just share you my thoughts on whatever the Bitcoin is going to do, right? Okay, this is not a financial advice though, right? This is only for the education purpose. Make your own decisions. This is not to manipulate your decisions. All right, okay, let's go. We have seen that last time I have shared you all, the market was having an inverted head and shoulder pattern from these levels, right? Okay, and this is the age whereby the market can have a very big move above these levels, right? Okay, so either market needs to give you all big moves on upper side, or right, or it needs to come back and give you all the liquidations towards the downside, right? The two options we have for either the market is going on upper side or downside, right? Okay, so in this levels, market has an equal opportunity to move on upper side as well as the downside, right? Okay, so in this levels, if you try to have a small trends, right? Okay, so this is the levels what you see it, right? Okay, so over here we can see that the market is trying to break out towards the downside, trying to make a sideways, little bit sideways trend, but yeah, we can adjust it, right? Okay, we will have a small trend in this levels, right? Okay, and we can observe that the market is trying to play around, go back to the trend one more time. If it happens to directly move above this levels, right? Okay, so we can assume the market to move at least to $65,000, or if it happens to break up, then big move on upper side, right? But on the other side, what I can think is, right? Okay, so on the downside, okay, market has a equal opportunity if it happens to never pass above these levels, right? Okay, and you might be getting a pullback towards the downside, something like this, right? Okay, and from here, something like this, right? Okay, so or towards the downside from here, right? If it happens to get a rejections, then you might see a big move on a downside, right? Okay, from here. And if it happens to break out from these levels, if the market happens to give this kind of moves, right, firstly towards downside and give us something like this, if it happens to break out and join the trend one more time, then you are seeing a very big move on upper side from those levels, whereby you're expecting this inverted head and shoulder pattern in these levels, right? Okay, so either the market needs to give you a big liquidations on a downside, or the market have to give you a big move on upper side from those levels, right? Okay, so always market needs to, we need to take care of the both the side, right? Whatever the market is doing, right? So most probably I'm expecting market to come down a little bit, all right, and trying to push you. Okay, so in this case, right, today is Saturday, maybe market would love to create some sideways in this levels rather than giving a move on upper side and downside. So later on you might be expecting a move on upper side, a downside maybe, right? So this is not a financial advice though, right? Okay, so if you are waiting for the shorts liquidations, right, what we can do is and this levels, if I was there, right, I'll be just waiting for those levels, right? Okay, once it happens to give this levels, right, an upper side, if you are scalpers, right, you might like to take small moves, but if you are big holders, right, most probably I'll be waiting for those levels, right? Once market happens to give you a rejection from the top, right, and then I will be waiting for these levels to move all the way towards the downside, right? Okay, so this can be one move for me, right? Okay, to move towards the downside for the liquidations, all right? Okay, but in case if the market happens to give you on a breakouts on upper side, right, only above these levels, I guess most probably I would love to take it, or if the market happens to drop till these levels, right, I might like to take one move on upper side from this scalpings, right, trying to continue towards the upper side from this levels, right, at least 2%, then maybe continuing on upper side. If it happens to break out on upper side, hold on over there and try to move on upper side. If it happens to get a rejection from here quickly, whenever it crosses the average point, then I need to close for that one. Or right, okay, so this is what I can do it, or I can hold it up to this levels as well, right, whereby the market can be converted towards the bearish. As soon as the market converts towards the bearish, I might like to get out from this move, right, and I try to move for the shots, right? Okay, so this can be what I can think for now, right? Because like market is right now in the verge of converting itself into the bull side or bear side, right? So you need to be careful in this levels, I guess, right? Okay, but this is not a financial advice though, right? Okay, guys, you should know that one, all right? Because like market can give you any moves, right? But we need to be attentive when it is giving a move, right? We should be aware from where we are taking our chances, right? So the opportunities, okay, so this will be a short move for me, right? From here I will be going for the downside, and most probably if it happens to go on upper side, right, I might like to take a small fund positions from those levels and trying to push you on upper side, right? Okay, so or if I wanted to be a confident, I might like to take it from the little bit on upper side when it happens to break out from this, get out from this trend, right, and passing to this trend on upper side. Okay, so this is what I can do it if it happens to directly move on upper side from here, right? So I will be taking one move from here, scalping towards this zone. All right, okay, targeting an upper side. All right, so this is what I can do it for now. All right, so manage your own risks, like guys. All right, so wherever the market moves, it if it moves all the way towards 40,000 or all the way towards the 100,000 dollars, right, it doesn't make differences until and unless you're ready to take that opportunity in middle, right? So you're just waiting for the opportunity, right? Okay, so this is what we can do it, just or whatever I understand in these levels, right? Okay, so from here to let's summarize one more time, right? From here, either the market moves directly on upper side and try to push you on upper side, trying to stay above the trend, right? Or get back from the trend and go back to the small retrace phase, and from here give it to the move towards the upper side and try to push you towards downside, or stay above and try to continue on the previous trend that it have, right? So this is what I can think it for now. All right, so that's all guys, take care, have a good time, bye bye. Signing off, Dragon from Bhutan.